Man, we really do live in unique times on the internet. It's all fun and games with hobbies until someone decides to judge you by what your face looks like. What's up, everybody? I'm Amaryx, and today we're talking about Looksmaxxing and why you should not participate in it. Looksmaxxing is basically looking the best of your ability and try to maximize your attractiveness. Now, the term itself isn't so bad, but it's just the whole idea and the reality of the whole thing just goes way too far. Like, the whole thing is essential of someone criticizing you like a toxic parent all the time, and for some reason, people want to put themselves through that, and it's just, in my opinion, just not a good thing to do to yourself. It's been a trendy thing that's been going on for a while, but holy fuck, this thing has gotten outrageous. And what kind of blows my mind is there are a bunch of channels that do this type of stuff to people, and in my opinion, like I said, it's just not right, but at the same time, I guess if people are going through it, then I guess they can, but it's just kind of stupid. But there's one channel I want to talk about today that kind of has put me on the radar to kind of made me want to make this video. So there's this channel called Face IQ where he just criticizes people's faces and appearances and rates them, and he also maxes his subscribers. Now, normally I don't have a problem with channels like these, but there's a few issues that I'd like to address, and it's kind of bothers me a little bit. Now, I could see these type of channels helping you in some way to an extent if you're looking for some, basic self-improvement and everything, trying to look like dress better or just look better by clean shaving yourself, things you can control. But what I don't like about this is that he's basically nitpicking to the point where you could basically lose self-confidence, and not only that, is that it's a lot of things you really can't control because you were born with it. Like this isn't a fucking video game. You can't just pick your ears, mouth, and like hair and everything. We're all kind of born and we're kind of assigned with certain genetics, and we kind of can't help that. Here's an example of what I am talking about.
All right, what's up guys? Here's our first face, and I would give this face a 5 out of 10. That's right, a 5 out of 10. I think this is a very average face. This is a perfect 5 out of 10 example, especially factoring in the side profile. So we'll look at his pros and cons. He has a hooked nose, as you can see from the side and the front. Doesn't have the best shape. He has a slightly proclined ramus, which simply means it could be more acute. Now this isn't a big flaw, but it is something to consider. It could also be a tad longer. He has poor orbital bones, so you can see that his eyes are protruding out of his skull, both supraorbital and infraorbital. And we can see in the front profile that he has the weak under eye support, the excessive upper eyelid exposure. He has slightly flared ears.
So what makes this whole situation ironic is this guy has been criticizing his subscribers and everything, but the thing is, he doesn't show his face at all. And that could be an issue when you're doing something like this, because if you're going to criticize other people's face, you might as well do your own face too, because you are a Looksmaxxing channel, and to show no bias of any kind, I feel like the creator should criticize his own face and should be able to do a face reveal. Because if you're too insecure to show your face on the internet while you're criticizing other people's faces, like it just doesn't make sense. It's just kind of ironic. Like, I can understand privacy 100%, but you're showing other people's faces like your subscribers on your YouTube channel? Yeah, bro, it's time to do your own face. I'm sorry, you get no pass for this point. Like, I'm not sure why people decide to criticize other people's faces as a hobby, but to me, it just kind of comes off as a little insecure. Also, I'm not sure why people are so obsessed with just trying to look perfect all the time. Like, yes, I know people have their own flaws and insecurities, but trying to be obsessed to look perfect all the time is just absolutely unhealthy and ridiculous. Like, fuck, dude. Like, look at my hair. Like, I have a receding fucking hairline. Like, you see that? Like, yeah, that's not perfect, but at the end of the day, dude, we can only pick what we look like, or we can't pick, I should say. And these guys are kind of crazy too. They don't just say like shit like about their eyes or their like acne and stuff. Like, they say crazy shit about like needing plastic surgery. They're like, oh, your jawline does not apply to this type of level, therefore you need surgery. Like, nah, dude, you don't fucking need surgery just to try to look like the best you could be. Like, Looksmaxxing was supposed to be the best of your ability, I thought, but no, these people are going around telling people they need surgery, and these insecure people are just fucking just eating this shit up and listening to them. I don't know, man, that's just wrong. I just feel like it's really messed up to even tell someone they need surgery, because imagine this shit applying to real life. I do know that this would not fly the same way as people would say this shit on the internet, and we all know that. And this shit should not be good for anyone's mental health, because if that were anyone that was like listening to this, I would probably be super depressed and upset to the point where like I'd probably want to die or something, because hearing someone say that you're so ugly that you need to fucking fix everything with your face, like that's non-genetics and everything, yeah, that's just not cool. I guess you can say this is like a coping tool for people who want to always say negative shit about someone's appearance all the time, because I guess it makes themselves feel better. Because there's people in this world that will say no matter what positive thing you do or what you look like or what you improve, there's always going to be someone nitpicking and saying negative shit and how not good enough that you are doing right now. It's just part of life, unfortunately. And I do feel like this is 100% of people taking advantage of the insecure and just basically finding a reason to shit all over them just for absolutely no reason, just for their own pleasure. This is also part of the black pill community, which should explain just enough right there why you should not trust these guys at all. The whole community is filled with incels who are bitter and sexually frustrated, and yet they want to be part of a Looksmaxxing community, and people should listen to these guys? Like, no. A lot of these guys have terrible mindsets, and they just seem very unlikable people, and it kind of comes off to a non-approachable and non-appealing to other regular people who just trying to get to know someone. Like, anyone, it doesn't even matter about the opposite sex, you know, like anyone would find this type of mindset just unappealing. There are also companies doing the same thing, and all I can ask is, why? I feel like this is just some giant fucking monopoly strategy to capitalize off the insecure people, and that's really sad because they don't deserve to be treated like that. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. What are your guys' thoughts on the whole situation? Any opinion that you have is open, so feel free to comment down below anything you say, whether you agree or disagree. If you guys liked today's video, make sure to leave a like. If you guys really enjoy the channel and you're a newcomer, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I got more videos coming for you guys. Last week was kind of busy for me, but fucking got some time in and I got some ideas coming for this month, so stay tuned. I'll see y'all in the next video, so capiche.